Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-step astro channel. Rahu will move to Mrigshira Nakshatra on 20th of May 2020. This movement is going to be very important because Rahu was in the Adra Nakshatra and we all know what happened when Rahu was transiting through the Adra Nakshatra. Mrigshira is a nakshatra with different kind of quality, and we need to understand what happens when the Rahu energy combines with the Mrigshira energy. So watch this video till the end to get a complete understanding of this particular transit, which is somewhat mysterious. But before that, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. So now Rahu is about to move into Mrigshira Nakshatra. Before that, you have to understand what Mrigshira Nakshatra means. Mrigshira means the head of a deer. So the head of a deer is the symbolic representation of the wandering thought, the ever-ending desire of looking and seeking the information in the celestial space. Now what does a deer do? A deer will constantly try to run, a deer will constantly try to elope, a deer will constantly try to search. In Hindi, what we call as Mrigtrishna. That means the thirst of a deer. The never-ending desire is represented by Mrigshira Nakshatra. Although Mrigshira Nakshatra is said to be a soft nakshatra, but the energies that this nakshatra possesses can result into a catastrophe, can result into an extreme explosion, provided what planet falls into this nakshatra and what planet transits this nakshatra. The deity of the Mrigshira Nakshatra is Som. Som means Somras, or you can say elixir of immortality, the divine nectar that actually is drank by all divine beings, that gives them long life, that gives them the celestial body, that gives them the health, and that provides them the nourishment. So this nakshatra have this quality of Som, that means the quality to get intoxicated. The energy of this nakshatra is also driven by Mars, which is the planetary lord of this nakshatra, and therefore Soma, which is also another name of moon, is combined with Mars, giving a combination of male and female characteristic to this nakshatra. That means it's a dual nakshatra. It will possess both the characteristics, masculine and feminine, and will completely shape shift according to the situation, according to the demand. And now the planet going into this nakshatra can utilize this transforming energy, or I would say shape shifting energy, the Maya of this nakshatra. Mrigshira is, in one way I can say, it's a explorer, someone who seeks the information, someone who wants to dig in, someone who wants to search, excavate, find out. So this is good for explorers, this is good for researchers, this is good for someone who is trying to find the truth. This nakshatra is very good for people who are in these kind of profession. But this is actually bad for a normal person, because nobody wants to dig in throughout day and night into finding the truth. That means you are not seeing the truth, you are desperately trying to seek the truth. This means Maya in this nakshatra is very strong. This also means that this nakshatra has the potential to confuse you by giving you illusions, to confuse you by giving you options, choices. The duality of this nakshatra can vary the emotions from a wide range of, you can say, responses and stimulus, and the Martian energy will give the necessary quota of the, you can say, the spiritual force that is needed for the Soma to function. So this is equivalent to a divine nectar working inside the body. It's like a medicine that bursts itself into its components and gets absorbed by different parts of the body, and therefore it works. Now if you drink alcohol, it does the same. Intoxication, it gets absorbed by the human body and mind gets confused, disillusioned. You don't remember where you are. You try to find yourself. You want to lose what you are right now and try to go into a zone where you may find comfort. So this nakshatra wants comfort. This nakshatra wants relaxation, because half of the nakshatra is in the sign of Taurus, whereas half of the nakshatra is in the sign of Gemini. Now comes Rahu, the Maya itself, the illusion. Rahu is a kind of a thought, the seed of thought that gives rise to new karmas, which is actually deciding the fate of your life. This Rahu, a very important north node from where all the lines of force of life comes out, goes into this nakshatra. Now you have to understand, if Rahu is in Mrigshira Nakshatra, if Rahu enters from Adra to Mrigshira, you have to check the Navamsha at which Rahu enters this nakshatra, and the Navamsha is Scorpio. Now when Rahu is entering from Sagittarius Navamsha to Scorpio Navamsha and changes the nakshatra from Adra to Mrigshira, the energy of Scorpio completely makes this movement suspicious, mysterious. Stealth is the key word here, and completely Rahu wants to dominate the occult energy. Why? Because first of all, Rahu is in Gemini, and in Gemini, Rahu has the power of Scorpio, the natural 8th house, but also Scorpio is 6th from Gemini. This means the energy is being driven from the 6th house. So the continuity begins. The dance or the drama of chaos, you can say the chaos of the cosmos, begins. Now you know, chaos is also the origin of life. So this transit is not only going to confuse you, this transit will also give rise to new life to a lot of people. This will give rise to a lot of creativity. This will give rise to a lot of research. Suddenly, a lot of people will have this feeling to break away. Now what happens when Rahu, which is Maya, goes into Mrigshira? It absorbs the energy of Mrigshira. It feeds off the energy. It gets the free space, and Rahu becomes very strong here. Rahu gets the somras from Mrigshira. So Rahu was always trying, remember, to get the elixir, this nectar. Now he gets this nectar. Now he wants to explore. Now Rahu suddenly wants to go and become over ambitious. He wants to achieve more than he can actually digest. This thirst is now very strong. Now he's so hungry, so thirsty, that he wants to expand at any cost. The duality of the Mrigshira gives Rahu the chance to create the confusion, and through the confusion and illusion, it feeds off, it installs the thought, and it works. It makes the humanity work for him. Now here is the catch. You have to be very, very careful of almost everything when Rahu is in Mrigshira, because the illusion will be very strong. Maya will shift the shape. Maya can take any form of shape in this time frame, and Maya can confuse you and try to trap you. People who are already knowledgeable, who are illuminated, who are to a certain extent have realized the truth of life, will definitely use the same energy to break away, because it's just sheer electromagnetic energy. So this Rahu is going to give you a lot of impulse, lot of force, lot of endurance, and will also give you a chance to sneak out from life by changing the shape. It can be used in your advantage, and you can also fall prey to this Maya. be very careful of Maya. Maya, Ma Thagini Ham Jane, was said by Kabir Das. Rahu is thought. Rahu is also information. Information carrier, electromagnetic wave. So now when Rahu goes into Mrigshira, the information will get expanded but also corrupt. So you have to be very careful what information you are getting in life, what information you are conveying in life, and how this information is reaching. So you have to be very careful, because Maya will try to change the interpretation. Maya will try to deliver it in its own form, and your thoughts will be controlled by Rahu in Mrigshira, and this will in turn try to make you work for him, for his goals, the goals of Rahu. So in this case, the best way is to listen to the call of Saturn. Now this Rahu transit into Mrigshira will not just happen in Gemini. Rahu will move from Gemini to Taurus. So half of the transit will be in Gemini, which is till 23rd of September, and the later half will be in the sign of Taurus. Now when Rahu will go into Taurus, the future of Rahu in Mrigshira is actually from the Taurus sign, which is actually from Venusian zodiac. So Rahu will be very, very lustful. He will be very, what you can say, desirable to get the material success. So he will have this kind of ambition to become materially successful. But this desire, this thirst is not going to end, because ultimately this is Mrigtrishna. You should not fall to this continuous inflammation of Ichha Shakti or desire in your case. If you have this sudden outburst of confidence, and if you get sudden surge of power or confidence of or an achievement, the sense of achievement, you need to be very careful. Throughout this transit, you have to be very, very sensible with the energy you are playing and how you are dealing with this force. You have to be very practical, grounded, and stable in your action, and any kind of quick, sudden, hasty action can be proved bad for you, and you can decide or ruin your own future. So now when Rahu is in Mrigshira, you have to understand where Saturn is placed. Saturn is actually 8th from Rahu when it enters. So already the research is very strong. So right now, Rahu although gets the power, Saturn sitting in the Mrityu Bhav of Rahu is actually controlling Rahu in a great way. So this information suddenly explodes and becomes occult. Suddenly it becomes very mysterious. So the entire phenomena around you will be full of guessing games, will be full of suspicion, will be fully mysterious. So you have to be very, very careful, and you should not run after mirage. You should be very, very careful in distinguishing the real out of many unreal facts of life. It is going to be definitely slightly difficult, but then you have to observe the call of Shani, and Saturn is in the 8th house, which says if Rahu is saying something, if Rahu is delivering an information, if you are getting something because of the exploring power of Rahu going beyond a certain reach, you need to do an in-depth analysis of that. The actual fact check has to be done of almost all information that you receive in this time. You can't really believe in Maya, because Maya is going to completely trap you from all sides, and you will feel elated, happy, enchanted. But you have to understand, all happiness, all sadness, all emotions in this time frame may prove to be temporary. So you have to be very, very careful in determining your future in this time frame, and the role of pulling you out from this illusion will be played by Shani himself. It's a time when you will be thrown into the, you can say, domain of spirituality. You will be pushed, and things will happen in a way that has never been seen before. The entire world will show you true face. You will see realities that you have never even imagined. There will be a lot of truth coming out from the world, from your family, from your within. You will try to accept who you are. But this also means that the polarity of the Mrigshira is going to give rise to the polarities in the world. Remember, Ketu is in Mula Nakshatra. Everybody will try to defend their base. Everyone will try to defend their point of view in far more aggressive manner than before. The best way to deal with this is being rational, being real, and understanding your actions before you actually commit them. The negative energy will also be at its high. The positive energy will also be at its high. It's up to you to which energy you want to tune yourself to. You want to tune yourself to negative side, you will be immediately tuned there. You want to tune yourself to positive side, you will be immediately tuned to the positive side. But remember, because of the intensity of the energy on both the sides, once you are tuned, you will be trapped into that side for some time. It will not be easy for you. Even if you realize that it was your mistake, you will not be able to move out and go. That means Saturn will not give you such an easy chance of correcting your karma. So your karma has to be very, very carefully calibrated and well defined. Otherwise, Saturn will immediately catch your karma. Rahu will not be happy. Rahu would want to go to Taurus zodiac and want to get free from the clutch of Shani, because right now Rahu can't even see Saturn. Saturn is in the blind spot of Rahu in the 8th house. So Saturn is using the same technique against Rahu, and that is also what you should do. When there is illusion, you have to open your eyes, ears, and don't trust your senses. Trust your instinct, the soul calling, as well as trust the feasibility factor. Whether is it possible in reality? Question everything but within yourself and try to do a lot of research in your life. Research from any possible direction, any possible area that you feel like. It can be internet, it can be books. The best thing is you go and read as many books as possible. Why? Because ultimately Mrigshira and Rahu is in Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, information. The information will be dual, the information will be polar, and that's a test for entire humanity. What is the right information will be the biggest question. What should I do will be the biggest confusion. Which step should I take will be the biggest decision of your life when Rahu transits Mrigshira. This energy is actually very good, because if you see, Mrigshira is a very, you can say, it's a Deva Nakshatra but has a tamasic property. There's a lot of polarity in this nakshatra, and Rahu loves polarity. Rahu loves the divisive energy, because that feeds Rahu. Rahu is the thought. The more Rahu gains control over you, the more Rahu will be able to fulfill his thought process. That's all about Rahu. But Rahu is very necessary, and in Mrigshira, this necessity, you can harness this energy. This is like a pot of energy to you, like a pot of nectar, Amrit, given to you. So this is where for the first time the Amrit will be actually given to you. But it will be covered with a box of illusion and you will not be able to see. Only people who have spiritual eyes, who have the eyes which sees beyond the realm of duality, polarity, will be able to see the truth that is behind the curtain. The left and the right hemisphere will completely confuse. You will have these dual thoughts and you will be completely blinded by the polarity of the events that is happening in your life, and the confusion will be at its high. And you have to search, because Rahu will push every one of us to become an explorer of our own life. And with Ketu in the Mula Nakshatra, it says you need to explore within, and that is why Saturn is also retro. So you have to explore within. You have to go inside. You have to face the harsh reality, and no matter how much unpleasant the truth is, you have to see, face, accept, and you have to be ready to change the truth of your life. It may be difficult, but you can use the energy. The energy is available, the nectar is available. Will you take the Amrit, or you will go down the rabbit hole and sleep peacefully the way you are sleeping right now? That is the question of Rahu in Mrigshira. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I will upload similar videos in this channel. Explore my other channels like Punneit Astrology Hindi. If you want to watch Hindi videos, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update.